Our gospel is the same gospel that we read on Sunday. It is from Gospel of John, chapter 15. It is at the Last Supper. John is giving, if you will, last-minute instructions to his disciples. So he uses an analogy that they would have recognized. I am the true vine. My Father is the vine grower. You are the branches. Anyone living in that area would have seen grapevines, would have understood if you take a branch off the vine, it's going to die. So the important thing is what Jesus says down a few lines further. He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever remains in me will bear much fruit, because without me you can do nothing. Jesus tells his disciples, remain in me as I remain in you. In other words, Jesus is remaining in us. He doesn't have to work to do this. We have to work to remain in him. We need to be growing. We need to be producing fruit. If we do not produce fruit, we choose to separate ourselves from Jesus. So, what are we doing to remain in him? If you go to the letters of St. John tells us that if we love, then we remain in him. If we do not love, well, then we're liars, because we claim to remain in him, but we're not. If you go to John chapter 6, he says that he is the bread from heaven, and that if we eat his body and drink his blood, he will remain in us, and we will remain in him. Sometimes we don't want to offend people, and so we say, if you don't believe in the Blessed Sacrament, it's okay. You'll still get to heaven. And that's probably true. But do we remain in him? If we pick and choose, if we say, well, I want to remain in Jesus, but I only want to do this, or I only want to do that, are we really remaining in Jesus as he is remaining in us? He's not going to give up on us. But what's happening to our life? Are we living this life, or are we withering like a branch? So, challenging gospel today. Do we remain in him? And do we help others to remain in him? By sharing our faith in Jesus, by sharing our faith in the Eucharist, by loving one another, and helping other people to love. Amen.